Hello and welcome. Today we're going to dive into something absolutely critical for any modern leader in hospitality: how to cultivate real financial accountability.
Hello and welcome. I'm a Hotel AI expert, and I focus on modern hospitality operations and performance. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you, the students of Europe Hotel School, to your online learning journey. We're really looking forward to supporting you as you grow in this amazing industry.
So here's what we've got on the agenda. We're going to break this down into 4 key parts. First up, we'll talk about why finance is actually your job. Then we'll get into understanding the financial story your hotel is telling. After that, we'll look at how to go from just knowing this stuff to truly owning it. And finally, we'll reframe how you see the finance department as a strategic partner. All right, let's jump right in. Our first section really gets to the core of it. Why is finance your job? Well, the answer has everything to do with breaking down those old-school departmental silos.
For the longest time, the thinking was that finance was, it was something the accounting department handled, right? Tucked away in some back office. But that view is completely outdated. The modern view, the one that successful hotels run on, is really simple. Every single leader, no matter the department, has a direct hand in shaping the hotel's profitability.
Just think about your day-to-day impact. If you're in operations, you're controlling staffing levels, what you purchase, your service standards, all of that directly hits your costs. Now, if you're a leader in sales or marketing, you're influencing pricing, driving demand, and shaping the revenue mix. The bottom line here is that every decision you make, big or small, affects revenue, costs, or profit. There's no escaping it.
And that brings us to a really core idea we teach here at Europe Hotel School. Financial literacy, it's not just some extra skill for the number crunchers. No, it is a core leadership competency. It's all about having the ability to make good, well-intentioned decisions that also happen to support profitability.
Okay, so that sets the stage. Let's move on to our second section, understanding the financial story. This is where we look at how your department really contributes to the bottom line.
So, where does financial responsibility begin? It starts with understanding the data. It's really that simple. You've got to be able to look at basic financial statements and really get a handle on your key performance indicators, your KPIs, those numbers that tell you if you're winning in your department.
So let me ask you a question, and I want you to really think about this. Can you draw a straight line from what your team does every single day to the numbers on the profit and loss statement? Can you tell that story? That question, right there, is the heart of financial awareness. It means knowing exactly how your department contributes to profit. It means understanding the financial ripple effects of your choices. And once you have that knowledge, you can make smarter decisions. And, just as important, you can avoid doing things that might seem like a good idea at the time, but actually end up hurting profitability.
Okay, so this leads us perfectly into Section 3, from knowledge to ownership. We've talked about what you need to know, so now let's talk about how you put it into action. We're going to look at a practical framework for building accountability.
And this framework is actually a pretty simple continuous loop. Step 1. Set clear, measurable financial goals for your department. Step 2. Regularly check in on your performance. Are you hitting those targets? And Step 3. Communicate everything transparently. Share the expectations and the results openly with your team. It's a cycle. Set, review, and communicate.
But listen, the goal here isn't just about tracking numbers on a spreadsheet. That's not it at all. The real goal is to create a shared sense of ownership over the financial results. I'm talking about every single person on your team feeling it. Because when people know the target and they can see exactly how their work connects to the outcome, that's when they get invested. That's when you get real buy-in.
And all of this brings us to our final section, which is all about reframing your thinking. It's about seeing finance as a strategic partner. This is all about building a culture of collaboration.
You know how it can be in the old school hotel culture, right? The finance department is the control department. They're the ones who always say no. But in a modern, high-performing culture, that role gets completely flipped. Finance becomes a partner. They're the resource that helps you figure out how you can get to yes in a smart, responsible way. There's a quote that just nails this idea perfectly. A financially responsible culture encourages collaboration rather than blame. I mean, that's it right there. That's the whole cultural shift we're aiming for. It's about moving the conversation away from pointing fingers and towards finding solutions, together.
And believe me, the benefits of this kind of partnership are huge. It gets all your teams pulling in the same direction, aiming for those shared profitability goals. It makes the whole hotel stronger, more resilient when things get tough.
This partnership is really the foundation for sustainable performance and the engine that drives real, long-term growth.
So, what's the result of all this? When you embrace these ideas, your whole organization transforms. You stop being just a collection of separate departments working in silos. Instead, you become this synergistic team where every single leader gets it. They understand their part, and they're all actively working to build a stronger, more profitable hotel.
So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with one last question to take with you. Think about everything we just talked about. Now ask yourself, what is the first financial decision that you are going to influence today?